Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the room. We are back tonight, this Thursday. It's hard to believe we are like in the middle of February almost already. And so I hope you had a great day so far. Go ahead and do me a favor, as we always do. Invite somebody into this space, like, love, and share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, all the things that we normally do, right? Right. So, um, I hope you've had a great day so far. As always, if this is your first time in the room, welcome to the room. This is the place where we talk about what we talk about. We talk about what's happening in life. We talk about how to live life the way that God has called us to live. So, I guarantee you, somebody else needs to hear this on tonight. So go back and watch some of the replays. But tonight, I guarantee you that somebody needs to hear this, somebody other than you. So go ahead and like, go ahead and love, go ahead and share. And again, welcome to the room. We're going to dive right in on tonight. So I was thinking about life, and there are often times where we will be asked what we do or who we are, or if we have to introduce ourselves. And we've heard this before. Oftentimes, we will introduce ourselves by what we do, by what we do based on our profession. And so, if somebody says, "Oh, well, what do you do?" "Oh, I'm a teacher." "Well, what do you do?" "Oh, I'm a pastor." "What do you do?" "Oh, I'm whatever. I'm a jeweler. I'm a podcaster." What? So we identify ourselves by what we do. And so, oftentimes, what happens is when we're identifying ourselves and we're telling people what we do, we only share maybe one thing. We share the one thing that we think that we're good at doing. Anybody? Anybody? You share the one thing that you know that you are good at doing. Why? Because even though we say we don't care what people think, we do. We do. So even if we're doing multiple things, what we do is we will share the one thing that we think people would like to hear that we do. We share the thing that is most reputable. And so tonight, I want to drop this in here with you. I hope you got a pen, paper, pencil, whatever, because I really want you. This is going to take some work tonight, okay? It's going to take some work. It's going to take you thinking. It's going to take you going back and sitting with this. And so, what I want to do is start off by asking you this question. I know you do what you do, but the question is, yeah, but what else? What else you got? What else you got? So if somebody asks you what you do and you tell them your profession. My question to you is, okay, but what else you got? What else you got? Because I guarantee you that there is something else that you do that you have yet to tap into. Case in point, shout out to Capacity Connections and shout out to Pastor Shamika Burrell. This past Saturday, Capacity Connections, our mentorship for LSCM 633, had a chance to sit with her. And so we pulled our entrepreneurs together and we had an opportunity to sit and do some intimate work with her. And when I tell you, she started pulling out some things in us that we knew were there, but had a hard time identifying. And so by the time we finished that session, when I tell you eyes were open, revelations were made, and so it led me to believe how many other people don't necessarily realize that you've got something else. You do. You've got something else. So here's what oftentimes we will see in life. We will see in life where you go to school, you go to college, you get a degree, or you go take up a trade, and you go and you work that one thing. You work that one thing. You stay on that government job because they got good benefits. You stay in education because no, teaching is the way to go. You stay on that job. You stay in healthcare. And so we are conditioned to oftentimes believe that we can only do one thing well. And so we stay there. And so we choose not to explore what else is inside of us. And so I wanted to take the opportunity tonight, at still at kind of the beginning of the year, to encourage you to think about yourself again. I know you are a nurse. I know you are a doctor. I know you are a lawyer. I know you are the best mechanic. But what else you got? What else you got? What else is inside of you that has yet to be tapped? What else is inside of you that you are afraid to even let people know that you do? Case in point, people know that I'm an educator, teacher. I've been doing it for, including substituting, including being a classroom teacher. I've been doing this thing for like 30 years, y'all. 30 years. That's a long time. And so in my mind, I'm thinking, well, that's pretty much all you're good at doing. Y'all pause for the calls. Good night. Mm, Love you.
See ya.
See you. Holla.
I'll be knocked out.
Okay, good.
Because I had some big dreams.
All right. Well, don't tell everybody your business. All right, son. Love you. Night, night.
Bye.
Close my door, boy.
Okay.
I'm a mama. So I had to do the mommy thing. Close the door, child. All right. So pause for the call. That commercial break. So again, see, look at God. He right on time. Girl, you not just a teacher. You a mama too. And so oftentimes what we do is we will just stick to that one thing that we do well. And so because we've been doing it for so long, we cause it to allow it to identify who we are. And so here it is when somebody else says something that we're good at doing, or we start thinking about other areas, the enemy will quickly say, no, no, no. Remember, you're just good at this. So you need to stick to this, because if you tap into another area, you might not do that well. But for some of you, there's something that's tugging on you. Like, God, there's got to be more. Anybody you're asking that, you're saying that, and you're asking that question. Is there more? Is there something else that's inside of me? God, there's got to be more than this. There's got to be more than this. And so I want to say to you, yes, there is more than this. What else you got? What else you got? I know you are the best songwriter, you are the best teacher, you are the best singer, but there's something else you got. What else you got? So I want you to take the opportunity to sit with God, sit in his presence, sit in your time of prayer. Even ask the people around you, hey, what else am I good at doing? Or what else do you see me do? Capacity connections again. So we sat with Pastor Marquisa Williams back in January. And we were talking about show me your ID. Show me your identity. When people encounter you, who do they encounter? What do you leave them with? And so this is that time. For some of you, it's really where some jobs are downsizing. And you're trying to figure out, God, but I've been doing this for 20 years. I've been doing this for 15 years. What else? I don't know anything else. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I guarantee you that you do. You know how I know? We're made in God's image, right? Right. God is good and great and awesome at doing more than one thing. So if we're made in his image and God is great and awesome at doing more than one thing, what does that say about you and I? Think about it. What else you got? Some of you are sitting and thinking, God, what I need extra income. There's something that you're sitting on. There's something that's already in you. There's something that's already in you. The answer is already in you. The answer is already in you. So what else is it that you have yet to tap into? You're more than just a chef. You're more than just a valet worker. You're more than, and let me say this. It does not mean that we are minimizing what you do. That's not the point of this. The point is there is something else inside of you that you have yet to tap into. You've yet to tap into it. Some of you, it has been tugging at you for years, and you're trying to figure out, well, God, what do I do? What is this feeling? What do I do with these feelings? You sit and you let him tell you who you are. You're more than just your career. There's something else inside of you. I know some of you have been listening or have heard of Dr. Miles Monroe, and he talks about the cemetery. He talks about the fact that there's so much potential in the cemetery. People who never decided to tap into the more. People who said, well, this is what they told me I'm supposed to do. So I'm just going to stick to this one thing. People who said, well, you know what? I've been on this job. I'm just waiting for my retirement. I'm just waiting for the watch and the plaque to put up on the wall and put around my wrist. And I'm just going to sit here and chill till the Lord calls me home. There's more in you. What else you got? What else you got? There's so many things that are happening in the earth right now. And literally God is saying, hey, take another look, sit in my presence. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you that you already have the answer to somebody's problems, but you got to figure out what else you got. What else you got? What else you got that you are afraid to let people know that you got it? What else is it? I dare you to have the necessary conversations, or the conversation with your family, the necessary conversations with your friends, the necessary conversation to sit in God's presence. Say, God, what else have you endowed me with that I have not tapped into yet? Y'all, if I ran, okay, so for those who don't know, there are times when people introduce me, and they'll take a look at my bio, and then they'll say that she does this, and this. And so I'm sitting, I'm listening, and I'm just like, I do all that for real? Like for real, for real? It surprises me. And then oftentimes people will say, well, how do you do all of the things that you do? Sometimes I don't even know I'm doing it. It's God. It's God. Yes, I'm a wife. Yes, I'm a mother. Yes, I'm a daughter. Yes, I'm a friend. Yes, I'm a pastor. Yes, I'm a mentor. Yes, I'm a teacher. Yes, I'm a writer. I write songs. I've written plays. I've written books. Yes, many of you don't know. Y'all, did you know that your girl can sing too? Yes, I can hold a tune. A couple of them, a couple of notes at that. So again, these are things that we suppress. These are things, well, I don't want to feel like I'm bragging. No, it's a God brag. You're not bragging about you. You're bragging about the God who put these things inside of you to be used for his glory. What better way to tell God thank you than to use everything that he's put inside of you? What better way? I like to say that life is God's gift to us. And what we do with our lives is our thank you note to God. What else you got? You may be a fashion designer. Like everybody's always complimenting you about what you put that together. Tap into it. Tap into it. Tap into it for kingdom's sake. Tap into it for kingdom purposes. And so oftentimes we'll always go and look outside. We'll go and look to the world, to everything that we need. And God is saying, hold up, but I put that inside of you though. I put that inside of you. I put the television script inside of you. I put the movie script inside of you, the ones that are really going to give me glory, not the ones as soon as you tap into it and you making a couple of billions of dollars that you shift the script and you flip the script to make it look like the world so that you can continue to get followers. He said, no. What else? What else you got? So here it is. Don't no longer should we be afraid or ashamed to tell people what we do. Because it's not bragging on you. It's a God brag. What else you got? Yeah, I know you're a police officer, but what else you got? I know you're a lawyer, but what else you got? I know you're a pediatrician and you are a good one, but what else you got? What else is inside of you that you're sitting on and you keep asking God to show you for the more? And he's like, it's already inside of you. You keep asking. Some of you, okay, so listen to this. Listen to this. Like literally, this just dropped in my spirit, right? There are some of you who are working 2 and 3 jobs for somebody else. And you're tired and you're worn out and you're frustrated and you feel like I can't catch a break. I got to work this job and then I leave this job and go to this job. And God is literally saying, if you would just sit down and take a moment to let me speak to you, what you need is already inside of you. What you need is already inside of you. And so now I'm saying, don't quit your job. You talk to the Lord first. But what you're trying to look for and what you are pushing for somebody else, God is saying, I've already put that inside of you. I put it inside of you to help you earn the income that you need. You got to tap into it. What else you got? What else you got? I want to read Ephesians 2:10. And when I read this scripture, it shifted my perspective a little bit here. Ephesians 2:10 says, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." And so oftentimes we're talking about the good works. Yes, we're talking about the gifts that God has given us, the works of the result of salvation for us in the earth. And so if you notice, it says good works. That thing is plural. That means the good works which God prepared in advance for us to do, not for us to sit on, not for us to contemplate, but for us to do. That what already is inside of you to do, God has already prepared it. You just have to tap into it. The good works. The good works. We need it. For the times that we're living in, we need every single thing that God has put inside of you. Every single thing. Every single thing. But oftentimes we don't like to acknowledge it because it doesn't look like what somebody else is doing. Oftentimes we don't like to acknowledge it because who's going to accept me? Who's going to accept me doing this and this? God, they're going to say I'm doing too much. Okay, and do it. What else you got? You are multidimensional. Don't just stop at the one thing. Don't just get comfortable with the one thing. There's something else inside of you that God is saying, I need you to tap that into that thing for such a time as this. Yes, you all can I help all of us? You're gonna always have critics. You're gonna always have critics. As long as you are breathing, as long as you are living on this here earth, you are always going to have critics. You're always going to be criticized about something. About something. So take the opportunity at the beginning of this year to tap into what God has put inside of you. Yeah, I used to do that, but I don't really do that no more because my focus is over here. So here's the thing. Here's the trick sometimes of the enemy. And again, we're not demeaning anybody's position. We're not. Some people love what they do. Some people love to work 12, 14, 24 hours. So some of you are tired, you're frustrated, you give the world and everybody else all of your push and all of your effort. And you keep saying, God, why am I doing this? Where is my more? He said it's already inside of you. But you've got to take the time to tap into it. You got to take the time to tap into it. I used to complain about, oh, I'm just so tired of working and this and the other. And so this is recently, and God is like, but what about all that other stuff that I've given you to do? What about all of those gifts that I have endowed you with? And because this one you're relying on because it pays the bills, you put everything else to the side. In our session this past weekend with Capacity and Pastor Shamika Burrell, she was like, if you're not gonna spend time on it, if you're not gonna really invest in it, then it's not a job. You're not serious about it. It's just your little hobby. What else you got? What else you got? So if you're listening right now, if you don't mind, can you just put in the comment section or in the chat like all the stuff that you do, all the things that you can think about? Sometimes when you write that thing out, you start looking like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me that all of this is inside of me? It is. It is. What else you got? Well, I'm a sanitation worker. Okay, yeah, that's great. But what else you got? Because that ain't all you do. What else you got that somebody else is waiting on? What else you got that somebody else needs? The answer is in you. The answer is in you. What else you got? Let people know. Again, now when you let people know, you're not bragging on you. When you let people know, you're telling them, look at what God has put inside of me. And I guarantee you that will give somebody else the inspiration and the encouragement to tap into say, hey, wait a minute, maybe there is more inside of me. Maybe there is something else I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe there is. What else you got? Don't sit and suffer. Don't sit and you're frustrated all the time. It makes no sense, honestly, y'all. It makes no sense to wake up every day and go to a place and go to a job that you loathe. You absolutely can't stand being there. As soon as you pull in the parking lot, you counting down the hours till it is you get back in the car so you can go home. That's not how we're supposed. That's not living. That's not living. It makes no sense for you to pull up in the parking lot every single day and you crying. I can only tell you because it's a transparent moment. You crying, you tired. Well, God, I don't want to do this. And he's like, okay, but there's some other things I put inside of you, right? But it's your responsibility to tap into it. It's your responsibility to develop it. It's your responsibility to cultivate it. What you got? What you got? What else is in you? What else? What else you got? Some of you have books inside of you. I know we hear it all the time, but it's true. Some of you have songs inside of you. Some of you have businesses, plural, inside of you. And so the reason, yep, that's what I was thinking too. Okay, so the reason that sometimes when you patronize another person's business, you are never satisfied because God is like, it's what you're looking for from somebody else, it's already inside of you. That's why it's never gonna look right. That's why you always kind of like, yeah, but I mean, I like it, but it ain't really my jam. That's because what you're asking somebody else to do is already inside of you. It's never going to look right. You ain't never going to like it because God put it inside of you. He said, nope, I want you to make it. Because what will happen is you will get comfortable. We will get comfortable with receiving it from somebody else. And then we begin to compromise. I'll just roll with it. I'll just go with it. I mean, God, it's close enough. He said, but it's not what I told you. It's not you. It's not you. So, what are you not tapping into? What are you afraid to tap into? God, if they know I do this, that means they're going to be asking me to do it. Yeah, because it ain't yours. It belongs to the Lord. You're just supposed to steward it. I'm assuming that this is the answer to somebody's prayer. Because you've been, should I get another job? He's like, how about you sit down and talk to me and let's take a look at what you already can do. It's inside of you. Some of you are great artists. Well, but why are you scared? I ain't gonna lie, it's scary. If you really sit down and look at all the things that you do, you'll be like, wow, okay. So, like, God, you want me to do all of them at the same time? Sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes it's like, no, just focus on this area. But I guarantee you, there's something else inside of you. Oh, I'm a consultant too. Didn't see that coming. What else is inside of you? Y'all have been working your fingers to the bone for other people who are getting rich off of your labor. Okay, look at it this way. Other people are getting rich off of your labor and you ain't the one even giving birth. Ooh, that's good. You're in labor. You're the one laboring, but they're the one reaping the benefits and holding the baby. Mm-hmm. You're the one pushing. You're the one with the contractions. You're the one with the pain. You're the one having to go through all these trimesters, and they're the ones who get to hold the baby. Yeah. 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 Case in point. So they're the ones who get to go on the trips. Trips. You're the one who has to decide if you can go on a trip. So think about your life differently. We are multifaceted. We're multidimensional. You're not just good at one thing. Again, we're made and created in the image of God. God is, what can he not do? Because he can't lie. And so if we're made in his image and God is God, y'all remember, Moses and the whole I am thing? He's like, just I am whatever you need me to be. Whatever you need me to be. Multifaceted. I am God. Whatever you need me to be, I can be that. So if God is multifaceted, he's a healer, a deliverer, a redeemer, a restorer, and the list goes on and on and on. So if we're made in his image, what does that say about us? I guarantee you, there is something else inside of you that you have not tapped into. Now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time. Y'all, I was and I'm not saying that I'm not appreciative. That's not what I'm saying. But when you get to the point at a certain point when people can, you got a schedule when you go to the bathroom, and you got a schedule when you have to take, or you have to decide if you can take off because you're so mentally drained. When you get to the point where people are dangling a dollar over your head and saying, "Hey, remember, here's your carrot. I'll give you more of this if you would just work yourself so tired until you can't think straight." God is like, "No, that ain't how that thing's supposed to go." Yeah, I know. If you're gonna eat, you gotta work. But here's the thing: I've endowed you with many gifts so that you can enjoy life and eat the good of the land, and eat the good of the land, and enjoy life. So tap into what God has already put inside of you. I'm telling you, somebody else needs to hear this. And you may say, "No, I'm good. I've been there for 25, 30 years. I'm just waiting on my plaque and my watch and my certificate." Some of you are good with just having your name in a parking space. And it don't even say your name. It just says reserved. But I guarantee you, there's more. There's more. What else you got? What else you got? What else you got? So sit with this thing. Sit with it. Sit with it. Tap into it. Ask your family, ask your friends. Hey, what am I good at doing? Think about the things that people are always coming to you with, asking you to do this, asking you to do that. Do you mind? And here's the thing, you're not even getting paid for it. But what if, just what if, God is like, "Hey, hey, 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 you can be paid for that, right?" Now, of course, some things you're gonna sow, some things you're gonna gift to people. But some things God is like, "Yeah, uh, that's like $150 right there. Times three people. Tap into it. Don't be ashamed. You're not being arrogant. You're not doing the most. You're really not. You're doing all that God has put inside of you. All that God has put inside of you. Yeah, seriously. Open a bank. You're doing all that God has put inside of you. And so, especially as Christians, what we do is we will shy away from what God has put inside of us. Because it's like, well, I don't want nobody to think. I don't want nobody to think. If we could get paid for every time we say, "I don't want nobody to think," some of us would never have to work again. I don't want nobody to assume. They're going to assume it anyway. So I just dropped in here tonight to tell you, to ask you the question, what else you got? And to tell you that it's already in you. What else you got? Stop thinking so lowly of yourself. Stop having a limited mindset. Stop having a limited mindset. Life is meant to be enjoyed God's way. Not this stuff that y'all out here doing now, but God's way. Some of you work 24 hours, 7 days a week, and you still struggling. And you ain't enjoying nothing. You tired. It makes no it makes no sense to be tired. You tired all the time. Like all the time. Your eyes red. You got them bags up under your eyes. You looking like a human raccoon. Your body is tired. You popping pills to wake up. You popping pills to go to sleep. And God is saying, if you would just tap into some of the things that I called you to do, you know you ain't got to do all that, right? I will cause you to have balance in your life and to be able to do all the things that I call you to do and to do them well in the season that I call you to do them in. Tap into what's already inside of you because I guarantee you there is more inside of you. What else you got? Sit with it. Stop shying away from it. Stop shying away from it. He will give you the wisdom to balance all the things that are inside of you. So stop boxing yourself in and stop allowing other people to box you in. There is more inside of you. And it's okay for you to acknowledge it because God put it inside of you. Just make sure that when you tap into it, that He gets the glory. Just make sure that when you tap into it, that you're doing it not arrogantly. Make sure that when you tap into it, that you do it with excellence to glorify God. So again, what else you got? What else you got? There's something inside of you that you have not tapped into yet. What are you waiting for? The world needs it. Not just your little crew, but the world needs what you have. The world needs what you have. Somebody is sitting trying to figure out the answer to a problem, and you sitting right there with the answer. You sitting with the answer, but nobody knows that you have it. So, can we begin to just share what you do? Share what you do. And it may not be for that person, but it may be for somebody else. We can share everything else. We'll share all these things, but share what you do. It's okay. You have permission. You have permission to share all the things that God has put inside of you. It's not you bragging, it's a God brag. Because, truth be told, and we all know this, you can do nothing apart from Him. Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, listen, I'm going to get out of here. If you have not subscribed to LSCM 633 on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. If you have not followed us on our social media platforms, Instagram, I am Pastor GC, and Facebook, LSCM 633, go ahead and do that. Somebody needs to hear from you. And I'm going to say this, I'm so proud of y'all. I am. I'm proud of y'all because you're going to do it. So I'm going to say in advance, congratulations. I'm going to say in advance, I am so proud of you because we're going to hear all of these things that God has called you to do because we need it. We need it. We're always looking outside, looking to the world. And God is like, now, how they going? I put it in, and you going to keep your mouth closed about it? Oh, it's time. It's time. So listen, I love y'all. I pray that you have a great week. Listen, for P2, if you have not registered for the sneaker ball, If you have not registered for the sneaker ball, if you have not RSVP for the sneaker ball, what is the sneaker ball? So the sneaker ball. So yeah, see, I told you I'm pastor, right? So PowerPoint Christian Ministries, our sneaker ball is coming up February 28th, and so on February 28th, it is our capital campaign Kingdom Investors launch, and so we're having a sneaker ball. So you can wear your best kicks. You can come and fellowship with us. You can come and hear our focus. And so we are grateful that God is calling us to build and to extend and to expand our ministry. And so we need your help. We need your help. So come. If you can't come, you'll see more information on our PowerPoint Christian Ministries Facebook page and all social media outlets. So tap in, tap into it. Help us so that we can help develop the gifts that are in you. Yeah. See how they work? See how they work? So listen, I love y'all. I pray that you have a great day. I pray that you have a great rest of the day. I pray that you have a great weekend. I pray that you just sit and just sit in God's presence and say, God, what else? What else? What have I not done yet? What am I missing? What am I missing? What is it that I'm afraid to even say, yeah, God, I know, but ooh, tap into it. What else you got? What else you got? There is more. So I love y'all. Um, if God is leading you to sow on tonight, and if you desire to know more about LSCM 633, you can go to Linktree /LSC Ministries, as well as if you want to sow on tonight, you can sow via Cash App at $LSCM 633. Again, if you want to know more about us, you can go to Linktree /LSC Ministries. And if you want to sow tonight, feel free to sow $LSCM 633. So as always, I appreciate you dropping in and hanging out with us in the room where we talk about what we talk about. Share this with somebody. Share this with somebody. And even if you don't share this with somebody, have that conversation. Say, hey, what else are you good at doing? What are we missing? And so the next time you and your friends hang out and y'all go to brunch, have this conversation. Hey, I noticed that you kind of shying away from, have the conversations with them. I guarantee you, a lot of what you're searching for is right there at that table. So listen, I love y'all. God bless you. Again, check us out, LSCM 633. On YouTube, LSCM 633 on Facebook, and I am Pastor GC on Instagram. Again, you can always click on Linktree /LSC Ministries, and if you want to sow, the Cash App $LSCM 633. Listen, I love y'all. I pray God's blessings upon you. Y'all be safe. Let me tell you, y'all be safe out here. Y'all be safe out here, because people are peopling. People are peopling. So I love you. God bless you. And y'all take it easy out here in these Jesus streets. Holla.